This is two shy guys a mile high, and we're gonna run it like through.
Certified on the track.
What's been going on recently, what's going on today. We usually don't really date the episodes, but I'd be remiss to say that this is the 20th anniversary of September 11th. So rest in peace everybody that was affected by that, from the actual event itself to the war that seemed like it never ended. So whoever was affected by that personally, we are praying for you. Hopefully that everything is good for your family and everything is all right with you, just mentally, spiritually, healthy, all of that stuff. So I'll be remiss of that. And we're at a standpoint where I'm not going to turn this a political podcast or anything like that, but to be real, there's just the whole vaccination thing going out there and the whole vaccination debate, and how we were having a conversation earlier about how possibly it's going to get more restrictive for you to even move around. We live in Seattle, so that's some more context to the situation. Right now, if you want to go to certain restaurants, you definitely do have to show your vaccination card. That's starting to get real. And I was saying that I think it's going to get to the point where if you don't have it, you can't do nothing, right? Because there's making it more stringent at the employee level if you don't have your business, if your own business. Even if you have your own business, there's talks about if you have 100 people, they need to be mandated, and if they don't have it, then you're going to have to do testing and all this other stuff weekly, and you're probably going to have to pay for that out of pocket. So at what point is it going to keep advancing? And I believe wholeheartedly next is going to be at a travel level. Let me check your passport. Let me check your vaccine documentation. Either you're here or you're not, or they may let you in, but you have to have some more testing, or you might have to pay a fine. It's going to start getting towards that, to the standpoint that I wouldn't be surprised in the future they'd have people at state lines checking that stuff. You know what I'm saying? They do it in Europe, a little bit in Europe, even though there's no borders with the EU. They still have checkpoints from time to time, you know what I'm saying? And I hope it's not going to get down that direction. That is the continuum of the most stringent to the less stringent, there's a balance in between there. But is it going to get there? Because even at the ethical level, I'm learning through my classes that I've been going through too. It's just started 3rd weeks in, and I like this class because it's called Research Data and application for data analysis. But there's a lot of ethical stuff behind it too, because you start thinking like, man, how is this going to affect the ethical landscape of what's just going to be going on in the future? Because even with legislation, you can legislate something, or you cannot legislate something and just and just let it go on, or you can legislate it and not, or have it in legislature and not enforce it. So it's going to be really interesting. They pick and choose. And we also talked about freedoms and how people believe that their freedoms are taken away. First of all, I think freedoms it sounds great, but it's a little bit of a false kind of construct. It's like freedoms. I feel like God gave us freedom. God has gave us free will, yes, but there's where we live and the governments and the people around us. Do you really have freedom? You say freedoms, but that, like, you're really being allowed to do something at some point, certain level. So I'm not saying that America is the worst place ever. I've been born here. I love it here. Don't tell me to go back to Africa because I'm from here. And then you know what? You push me hard enough, I might, and I might try to run it up out there because it's cheaper. And
that's where we from.
But at the same time, it's going to be interesting to see what the future holds in general. Yeah. I don't want to just make it sound like I'm out here just going on too long and just being
man, like this is but this is what's
real
on
content though,
people's
man.
mind, I believe too.
I think at some point in
my
time, bro,
filibuster head ass.
I think that at some point in time, bro, it's gonna get to that point where it's gonna change something. Now we're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Now what we knew the world is gonna be different.
Yeah.
It's gonna be different. So it's gonna be whether this is the vaccination cards or continuous testing that comes at whoever's expense from the Federal Reserves and all this stuff and how they get money, and because I think America has to make money back from what they took losses in.
Oh yeah.
So in order to make the money back, is going to be these additional taxes and stuff that you're going to have to go through if you're not abiding by what they consider is right or just or the law. If it comes to the point where they mandate it, so in order to make those things back against the people that say, "Hey, I'm not going to do it for these reasons," and I don't fault nobody for not doing something for these reasons, but in order to make it back, they're going to say, "Okay, if you don't want to go with what we say in this free spot, then we're going to require you to do this, this, and this, and this, and this until you either fold or you don't do anything or you become a hermit because you don't go nowhere or you can't be in these certains because of this." So now it's going to get to the point where, okay, I want to be able to do these things, enjoy stuff with my family, be outside and do this and go out, you know what I'm saying, and flourish and be myself and live the world and experience the world. So now do I have to either go through this or get the vaccination or do whatever? It's going to get to the point where something's going to...
Or be virtual or
be virtual.
Or like, and that's where, that's a whole nother spot. Man, going to virtual, you know what I'm saying, and just forcing people to, you know, through vaccines. I mean, it's a lot of stuff that could be talked about there, man. I mean, it's but when you start making people do things against their core values, meaning like, I literally don't believe like you should be, if you don't want to shoot something in your arm, you shouldn't have to be go and get a shot in your arm. Like you shouldn't have to. Like you must in order to live, like or to order to provide for your family. Like, and this is where, you know, let me shift the subject. Entrepreneurship, man, is important. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're able to create hopefully for your own in your own manner. And if you're a boss and you're able to have your own culture, I'm not saying vax or not vax, but you can decide, hey, you can work here or not. Vax or unvax. Like, but here's the mandates for the state. Okay, put the mask on. You shouldn't have to be like mask and then vax and all this, and it's like no, and then mask and no. Like it's just the back and forth. I think that is really unsettling with people. At least for me, it's like stick to this and then let's get to it. Versus this, then that, then this, then that. It's like where there's no consistency there.
And since we always talk about facts and data, as of September 10th, more than 5.64 billion vaccine doses have been administered worldwide, equal to 73 doses for every 100 people. And then the numbers for the U.S. in terms of vaccinated is 63% is vaccinated at some point, meaning they had at least one shot. If you have a 2-dose shot or the Johnson & Johnson, which requires 1 dose, and 53% are fully vaccinated in the United States. So that just shows you we're about half and half there.
Half and half.
So, I mean, it comes out of choices. I think, you know...
Everybody got choices.
Yep. Nope.
Everybody got choices, but I hope that the choices that people have to make and that they don't divide relationships. You have to respect where people are coming from. You have to do what's best for you and your family. So you have to respect that fact. But at the same time, that other person on the other side needs to respect the fact that if they do feel uncomfortable about you not having it, you're not going to get invited to some family events. You might not get it. And then it's like, don't take it personally, but they're doing what they have to do for themselves as well too. So I just hope that people are able to have empathy, have compassion, and just be real about the situation.
Yeah.
Just be real with it and be real with this other too. But and not use as another divisive political tactic, political tool to further divide us more and more.
Yeah.
We got enough going on. We got natural disasters. Praying for my people in Louisiana, my family. Some of them who have had just damage from Hurricane Ida. So shout out to the people who are helping recover that and make sure that region is safe. I know New York was hit pretty hard. I saw something that was on the subway, and then on CNN, I was looking online today prior to the Manchester United game. Shout out to CR7 for coming back home, baby. We love you. 2-1. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. 4-1. You know what I'm saying? He had 2 goals. We back good. We back in business. We a threat. You know, we back. I shouldn't say we left, but we back. I had to say that. I took the good years for granted.
Fair.
But I digress. But I forgot what I was even saying before that.
He had to give a shameless plug to the.
I had to give a shameless plug. But where was I going, P? Like, I forgot where I was going on that one.
Damn.
See,
we listened to Manchester United.
But I changed when you changed the subject.
I changed the segue too much. You know what I'm saying? But being used as a divisive political tool. Looking on CNN as well for the hurricanes and stuff. I looked today and they were talking about there's another hurricane or something out in the sea right now. They're talking about this might produce 1 inch of snow. I'm like, how is it a hurricane with snow? Bruh, like, you can't make this stuff. I'm like, is it God's telling us something, or somebody has a satellite hitting some buttons to make some natural disasters happen? Because I was like, what is going on? I couldn't believe I saw that headline. But, you know, people may say it's fake news, but if I see some snow in a hurricane, boy, I don't even know what to say about that. That's the most odd combination.
Climate
Sub-Zero riding that wave.
Real.
Yeah, that climate change is definitely real.
Man, but
people want to say that's fake too. So I don't know.
I think it's just been so much happening, so much change happening at once. Like, nobody can even change, directions sometimes without GPS. So it's like you hear people with just, one after the other, and you can't recover, man, or you just never had a plan for, just anything at all. Like, now you're just screwed. You know what I'm saying?
Hurricane Larry with the snow.
Hurricane Larry got that snow. Larry Hoover coming with the snow. They said Hurricane Larry will produce Category 1 winds and feet of snow. Huh?
Wow.
Like, I don't know where it's going to hit, but that's crazy, bro. Like,
yeah, that's up there.
Kung Fu Master Larry on them on that point.
That's crazy.
Wow. It's
going to snow in Greenland, but still, that's still crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
well, climate change is real, man. And if you don't think that things are happening right before you, I mean, you got to let's look at the facts, right? I mean,
the facts, we see it. Shoot, at the end of the day.
So, yeah, man.
But going back to COVID and vaccinations, I know we were talking about. So, what are y'all thoughts on, it's a lot of people have been getting hit with the different variants. The variants is coming through like Loki right now. You know what I'm saying? In all different type of forms and fashions. They going through the whole Greek alphabet.
They finna be double chopped. We gonna have double chopped.
Straight up. So it's like, you know what I'm saying, with all the things that's going on, people still contracting the coronavirus even if they vaccinated. How y'all feel about the boosters that's going out there, getting a booster shot, so additional hit with that needle in the arm if you already been fully vaccinated? Then, people that's been vaccinated still catching coronavirus in the time of a different variant. And then folks that just ain't had it, and we still got to wear masks even if you're vaccinated or not. How do y'all feel about how that's going down, and what do y'all think that's going to happen in the months to come?
That is silliness, bro.
Man, I'm just sitting here like Scooby-Doo listening to you like it's so much to think about.
So much.
I got to take the shot, but I mean, where I stand with it, I'm like the dude, like the program, the movie. I'm on the juice already. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to have to stay on the juice, bro. Like, I already been hit twice. I'm in the.
You in the Matrix?
I'm in there. Like,
same, bro.
I'll be curious to see how long there will be stringent about it versus the flu shot. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not the biggest flu shot person, to be real. But this came around. I'm like, you gonna die? All right, hit me. But that people say you can get hit with the flu, and die too. But this was some different. Like,
I mean, different strains.
And it's a virus, and people didn't want to wear a mask, so now we got to get stuff stuck in our body, and it's still mutating, it's still transforming.
They're thinking of health in general too, though.
And these babies ain't learning nothing in school, so we need great minds in science, and we ain't gonna have that because it's looking bad with it. So It's
pray
like
to
it's set up,
faith,
man.
and keep it. We've come through a lot before. You know what I'm saying? With no pre-Y2K, pre-internet, you know, we was able to survive and still get around with, you know, things happening in the communities, man. So I have faith, man. I mean, we continue to put it out there.
Only Y2K we acknowledge is Chris Jericho.
Chris Jericho, for real.
Yeah. No, but that was supposedly the end of the world and all this stuff, man. I think it's just been, there's things that happen in life, and as a society, as a whole, we're learning to adapt, you know, because that's what you have to do to evolve, man. You can't just be thinking, well, we're gonna just be using, you know, 30 shillings to pay for things. You know what I'm saying? Like come on, man. Like think about that. That's what they had to barter with. You know what I'm saying, back then. You know, so
hey, low key, shout out to Chris Jericho too. He's still out there wrestling. I had to look. He's 50 out there still wrestling. You talking about man. Tom Brady? Hey. Tom Brady ain't got nothing on Chris Jericho, bro.
Hey man, and shout out to the football season starting.
Yeah, that too.
Hey, I'm just happy for that, man. It's just, you know what I'm saying, you get to the point where you can enjoy good times, and you know what I'm saying, hopefully we can spend that with people and just, you know what I'm saying, have a fellowship, you know, over the games, and being able to spend time with people that are, you know what I'm saying, that's comfortable being around each other if you can. So whenever we can, we make good stuff happening. But I'm just glad it's back, man, and just
for real,
for the folks that's out there. So
even though I ain't gonna be out there yet, it's good seeing fans in the stands.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if it's gonna be WB, but y'all adding juice to the game, man. It's a crib, boy. We appreciate you. I'm gonna have to think about that now,
just
bro.
get them VR goggles and you'll be right on the field with them.
Oculus, bro. I need that Oculus.
I'm sure them sales are going through the roof.
Yeah,
I mean, you got to stay home for periods of time, and home prices going through the roof. You know what I'm saying? The housing market crazy. Still. Because, I mean, all this stuff is connected, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to go home for whatever before pandemic, and now, you know, jobs are hot right now. So, I mean, the stuff is still...
Jobs hot, but people not wanting to work.
Yeah, because the block is hot.
The block is hot. Man, that's definitely something that has been going on. There's a lot of companies out here hiring. I see a lot of people walking around with signs in the streets, and I'm not going to judge or anything like that, but I see a lot of signs that say 16 an hour, but they can't, a lot of these businesses can't even get people to work.
Yeah.
Can't get people to work.
And that's the thing, too, man, where government assistance, like I can't sit here and say that I haven't been assisted by the government, you know what I'm saying? Section 80 program, Section 8, like, I can't, like... But the thing is, you take that and use it to hopefully get into a better situation. Like, but folks are dependent on the government, you know what I'm saying, to bail them out. And this is where we talk about accountability again. Mm-hmm. It seems to ring true when you just go and say, hey, it's not somebody else is going to get me out of this. It's me. You whatever resources I got in front of me, I got to use some. Mm-hmm. Coming to America, I know, man, that's my stuff right there. But it's like, but that's what it comes down to. And I mean, even the people in leadership positions being accountable and using logic versus free flowing feelings to just make decisions. That's where we get caught up, man. Mm-hmm. You know, like feelings are great. Like I'm a very emotional dude. That's not something
clearly.
That's not something that's...
Phil the only one holding down.
You know what I'm saying?
The podcast is going to be two sensitive Virgos and the Aries. Two VA.
What I'm saying, but you got to be able to go through that, though. The full range of emotions. However he go through his emotions, he go through them.
Hey, and just like I said, everybody can't be mad at it. Everybody, somebody got that.
But being emotionally intelligent, right, and being able to use them when they're there for that passion, they're there to drive and to say, hey, wait, something's wrong. But that logic and that intelligence that comes with, hey, I've made mistakes by just being reactive and quick to anger. Mm-hmm. Like I can't sit here and say that I wasn't quick to anger, but as I've gotten into my 40th birthday, bro, like I said, that patience I've been able to culminate that, I hope, and folks that know me hopefully have seen some changes in me. If not, then I'm out here just blowing smoke. But you know what I'm saying? But the way y'all giving me the look, it seems like it might be more to the former, right? That I'm decent.
Yeah.
And we're all changing.
Because at the same time, when stuff like that happens, it feels great when you're in the act of it. But then you keep going, and then in the back of your mind, there's a little voice that's like, oh no, no. but you still going, and he's still riding out.
Well, that's why we here, bro.
And that's why we here, and that's why we on season 5. We still continue to put the stuff out there. We still gonna ride out and hope the fans they riding out with us.
And we gonna ride on our enemies.
We ride on our enemies. Easy.
Like before. No, man, but we gotta have fun with whatever we do. That's the whole purpose of us being able to share this stuff when we're vulnerable. This is straight from the heart, man. And I think, you know, we got 2,000 plus listeners. Hopefully we can triple, quadruple that, you know, by season 6. But we're gonna keep doing what we're doing, because at the end of the day, like you said, you go back and listen to some of the episodes, even if you need that little extra talk to yourself, right?
Yeah, and it's going to be therapeutic, man. We're going to bring up stuff that, we're going to listen to stuff that we done said right now, and it's going to resonate with us later, like WB said. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to continue to drop these gems. We're going to continue to drop these bombs, and we just need y'all to drop these likes on our posts. Go ahead and tap in with us.
Tap in. Cash App and Venmo coming soon.
Hey,
Save
for real.
y'all. Tap.
Speaking of, real quick.
What's up?
Since it is the 20th anniversary of September 11th, just give me a synopsis of like where you were.
I was thinking that
once
too,
you figured the news out.
Man, wow. It's your boy WB come fly for me.
But you can't fly for free. I actually was about to get ready to play a football game, so our coach had called us in early. He's like, yo, we want to go watch film, and then we're going to take the bus because we had a game against a team in Colorado Springs. We had a game in Colorado Springs. I forgot the name of the team. So anyway, we're there, we're chilling, and then we're about to watch film, and then I'm watching something on TV. I'm like, bruh, like, y'all watching a movie or something? They're like, no, it's going down right now. The Twin Towers have been hit by airplanes. So once that happened, clearly the game was canceled.
For real.
And we just kind of went from there. That's where I was. It was surreal. It looked like a movie was on TV.
That's real.
Well, I remember vividly. I was thinking that when we were talking about it. Vividly, bro. I got woken up out of my sleep. I was at my dorm room. I had just finished my finals up, bro. Like, I had like a pre-test. Did well, went back, went to sleep about 8 in the morning. My mom just hitting my dorm phone. We ain't got no cell phones like that. She hit my dorm phone like, hey, dude, what the hell? Are you up? Like, because they was making threats on downtown Chicago. And I went to Illinois Institute of Technology, you know what I'm saying, to get my electrical engineering degree. So I'm beat, bro.
I thought you went to ICDC.
Listen, Tech, man, stand up for real. My IIT crew, shout out. But bro, I got the call. Like, my mom was like, just called. I'm like, what's going on? She's like, boy, turn on the news. I'm like, what? And then literally you see the plane go right into the building, bro. And I'm sitting here freaking out. You know what I'm saying? They, of course, canceling classes. We getting emails. We getting IMs on the computer. Like, folks are running down the hallway. Like, what's going on, bro? So it was literally like something like if you had been ground zero, I'm sure it was worse. But it was like everybody was just panicking and running around. Like, people calling because folks are from over in India. I got friends that's from India. Like, they're calling. Their parents are calling, and like you just see phones ringing off the hook, bro. And it's like. It was super scary, man, because I didn't have no whip at the time. My whip out of commission, so I'm on campus. I'm living on campus at the time, and my mom just like, get up, look. And then we see the first one hit, then the second one, I'm like, oh my God. Like, they kept showing the first one, then they say, oh my God, like, breaking news, boom.
For real.
Another one. I'm like, oh my, I'm like, everybody just at the TV, bro, just stuck. Like, what the hell do we do? You know what I'm saying? People like shelter in place because they threatened downtown. We like 5 minutes from downtown, so. Bro, it was scary to me, man. Like, I still remember that, like you say, like a movie, bro. Like,
yeah, and I remember it too. It was a crazy story. So my parents' day anniversary actually just passed, so September 6th. So shout out to them,
happy anniversary,
mom and pops. And I remember because we had went on just a celebration for their anniversary. Actually, it was kind of crazy because I thought that I was going to like summer camp. So, like, you know what I'm saying, they told me, like, Phil, you're going to be going to summer camp in whatever state it was or whatever. It was my first time, like, I was going to be flying by myself, and then they was like, yeah, we going to Vegas to, you know what I'm saying, celebrate our anniversary. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I thought I was going to be on, like, the Parent Trap movie type stuff, or I'm going to be at summer camp, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I'm like, all right, I'm getting my bags ready to go. And then we get to the airport, you know what I'm saying, we roll out. But then they actually say, hey, you gonna go to Vegas with us? We just gonna go as a family, right? Because my brother was in the Navy at that point in time, right?
Nice.
Thank you for your service.
For real. Shout out to Rob Sconey Jr. So we, you know what I'm saying, we went to Vegas for the weekend to celebrate them. Stayed at Circus. First time in Vegas when I was a youngster. I was in, 7th, 8th grade? So we actually came back from Vegas on September 10th that night.
Wow.
So we were supposed to come back on September 11th in the morning, but we changed our flight to come back on September 10th. I remember that because I was like, okay, I got to go back to school the next day. So we got back the night before, and then I remember going into school, and it was just like, man, right when I got to school, they brought in one of them, you know, the trolley with the, you know, with the TV on it.
Yeah.
And everybody was just watching what's going on, you know, like we just sitting in there, and they just said, yo, everybody go to the crib, everybody go home.
Yeah.
You know, and it was just like I was like, man, you know, we could have been on any flight at that point. Then what would have happened? We'd have been, stuck in Vegas and all this, you know what I'm saying, other stuff that could have happened. Or we could have been any, plane and, you know what I'm saying, what could it have been? And then we think about, like, what could have been and then what happened and just trying to process all of that stuff. And I just remember that and just being in disarray and not knowing what the hell was going on. So, like, that's just a memory that I have vividly every time. Because it's like, man, we just came back on the 10th, right before that.
Yeah.
TSA ain't been the same since.
For real.
And everybody you remember that. I mean, we've come through that as a nation, as a society, as a species. We're gonna come through this too. I mean, you'll never forget that. But you don't let it stop you and hinder you from moving forward as thinking all things are bad are gonna happen to you. It's like, no, having that faith and belief, you know what I'm saying, that it was a spirit that moved you. I mean, you said, hey, whatever, I would have stayed an extra day in Vegas, right? Why not?
Right,
but something said, you know what, let's get back to the house. I mean, whatever, we feeling homesick or, you know, whatever. When that spirit move you, man, like, you got to listen to that.
For real. That's real.
Yeah, but I just kind of want to hear that. But make sure y'all tap in with us. Make sure y'all follow us at 2CGMH on IG. Email us at 2shotguysamileHigh@gmail.com. We do actively check that, so we always welcome to work with you. You know what I'm saying? Reach out, tap in, link our networks, and make sure we get that net worth high. So make sure y'all tap in, share this with somebody that you think needs to hear this type of pick-me-up, hear from our lessons that we've learned, maybe share a lesson or two with the few, and continue to progress and continue to proceed with your life, and just understand that you hold the reins to your life. Make sure you go ahead giving that a nice little strizzle, and make sure you go ahead and make it to that next Liz level, and make sure you continue to be great and continue to inspire those that look up to you, inspire others, and make sure that we stay sticking to the script. Stay here with Two Shot Guys a Mile High. Holla at your boy. It's P-Wil, Drip Chronicles.
Slap them strings on the stallion. It's your boy WP. Come fly with me.
I'm still not trying to fly for free. No, it's your boy Al-Diga, the architect, man. Hey, let's keep building, guys.
Yeah,
man. Appreciate y'all listeners, man. Keep listening, man. This is just straight from the heart, y'all.
Yeah, it's real.
Let's get it.
That's it. And we out.
Make sure you slap the reins on that stallion, like my boy P-Dub just said.
I thought you were talking about Meg the Stallion.